Transformation hits when a cocoon feels like a tomb in the ruins. But I boom, but the womb, but the bloom, but the bloom, but the tomb, with the truest influence. Looming the luminous fumes of the moon as I zoom through the room with congruence. Tuning the turbulence, turning the burden as sermons with fervent endurance. Flooded the thunder, I'm under the wonder of hunger that rumbles like summers in jungles. Stumble through tunnels of trouble, but double my hustle. Rebuttal the struggle with muscle. Shuffle the puzzle, rebuttal the muzzle. Unbubble the bubble and shuffle the rubble. Huddle with subtle rebuttal that juggle the struggle and smuggle the hustle through puddles. Cocoon a typhoon, I'm a bloom to the dome when I bloom like a lunar monsoon. Spoon in a swoosh of the tune, every bone that I groom in the womb with that tune consume. Every wound like a spoon in the doom, make a rune at the ruin at noon. Resume with a bloom of perfume from the fumes of the truth that I prove in the booth when I croon. Rush too soon, get swept like boom. Whole room gets doomed in the boom with the boom, but I zoom with the view that's immune to the bloom. Make a tomb in the bloom with the boom. Resume with the bloom that zooms. Every wound is a tune that I tune in the truth, and I fuse every bruise in the news that I use as I'm used for the moves that I choose. Riding groom with the vibe I assume when I glide in the tide of the tomb. I collide with the pride of the stride that I ride when I slide through the side of the moon. I confide in the God of the light that I hide in the night when I fight for the right to ignite. I recite with a vice so precise that the mic through the spike of the strike when I write. Eating them up like lunch and noon, but I'm munching a hunch of the punch of the truth. Crunch through the bunch of assumptions that function like junctions that rupture the youth. Lunge through the dungeon of grudges and budges, a judgment that smudge up the proof. Plunging the thunder and wonder and under the blunders I summon the hunger for truth. Twist with the wrist of a mystic linguist, ballistic logistics enlisted, intricate, wicked, encrypted statistics. I spit with the quickness of liquid ballistic linguistics, flicking the friction with fiction, eviction, eviction, restriction, addiction, depicting addiction, the friction is vision, precision, incision, and ribbon collision. On a typhoon, I resume with a boom that consumes every gloom in the room. I exhume every tomb with the plume of the truth that I bloom when I zoom through the doom. I assume every wound is a rune that I tune in the fuel for the jewel that I pull from the pool. I'm the tool of renewal, the duel of the cruel, the refusal to lose to the usual rule. Transformation is patience adjacent to cadence that blazes amazement. I raise it and phase it and lace it with phases that chase every way into basements. I'm sacred and flagrant, abrasive, yet gracious, evasive, yet spacious in placement. I'm ancient, yet nascent, adjacent to greatness, awaken the blatant in statements. Cocoon the typhoon from ruin the blown from gloom the boom. I'm the plume of the truth and the booth of the youth that I prove with the proof of the moves that I choose. I refuse to lose, I bruise the rules, I fuse the clues, I cruise the blues, I use the news, the wounds, the fuel, the rules, the tools, the school, the fool. Transformation is when the tomb becomes the room where the wings spread soon. And the loon in the moon starts croon in the tomb that blooms like June. And the swoon of the home becomes the rune of the truth that I prove in the groove of the move. And I rise from the dust with a thrust of the trust that I must adjust to the love I cajole. Cocoon cracking, I'm back in the action. I fracture the fractions of stagnant distractions, stacking the patterns of ragged reactions. I'm mapping the madness and magical factions. Mo latching the latch on the latchless expansions. I'm dancing on tangents with tangent expansions. Language of dancing, I'm glancing at chances and chancing enhancements with frantic enhancements. Mo flooded the thunder, I'm under the wonder. I'm running the rumbling tunnels asunder.